All right, welcome to the next module, and this is going to be the stock control module. In the previous module, we discussed about sales and expenses and the different selections and options you had at your disposal. So moving forward, we are concentrating on the next module, which is the stock control. Under this module, we can see a flock stock, we see flock mortalities, we see flock sell off reports, feed stock, cost tracking, egg stock, and so on and so forth. So let's get started. What's in the flock stock? So flock stock, basically this is where you register your flock when you receive it. So this will be the birth date of your stock. So you'll go right here, you'll name your batch, which you can assign any name. Like in the previous modules, I said you could make this any name that makes sense to you. And then you're going to select the category. Here we have chicken or pigs for now, but this is still in development. We can add anything that pertains to your farm. And then you're going to select the date, very important, that you've introduced this flock at your farm. It is very important that this is the date of the birth date of your flock. If you don't know, you can always ask your supplier, because it's upon this date that the rest of the logic will work. Everything will be automated from this date. I'll show you in the next modules. But here is where you put the quantity of your flock. Very important, remember to have this date correct. It's okay if the date is off by a day or two, but if it's like a week, it's not okay, especially with poultry. Okay, so we see how to add the new flock. All these flocks are ones we already put in the system for your demo. Let's move forward. Okay, flock mortalities. So in this module, this is where we record all the mortalities. You go right here and say new flock mortality, and you're going to be presented by a drop down. You choose your flock, and then once you do that, you're going to put in the date, and then you'll put in the quantity and the reason. Sometimes it could be maybe there is some sickness going on your farm. Whatever the reason is, it's good to keep a record of that, so that you can know exactly what's going on and probably reference this data moving forward. Okay, that being said, let's go to the next. Still on this mortality page, you will see that we have, for example, flock 2022A, and then there's C, there's D. You can always filter those flocks right here. For A, you can filter and see exactly only what belongs to A. As you may see, our data is populated here for only A. But if you leave this open, you are going to see every flock on your farm. You'll see A, you'll see C and D, and so on and so forth. But for A, I would select A as an example, and I would see that this is A, and today's date is the 31st. And then day, so this flock is 744 days old, and this is the cumulative mortalities, and this is the cumulative percentage, and this is the quantity for the one day. So yesterday it was 3, the other day it was 4, the other day it was 3, 4. As you see here, there's a trend going on, and the reason is prolapse. So all our those who are veterinary practitioners should know what this means. But that's the reason why we are getting all these mortalities. Okay, that being said, you can always edit this info if there is need to do that. And when it comes to editing information in this system, uh, any user can edit their own information if it's within the same day, but anything past that day will be locked up, and only the management or your admin or supervisor will be able to make further changes. So it's very important to have all records in the system within the same day, make any corrections that you have to make within the same day. Okay, that being said, let me move on to the next module. That's the flock sell-off. So flock sell-off is a way to record when you off-lay your flock. That's where you'll go and you'll off-lay off the flock. So same thing like adding the mortalities, you're going to select your flock, your flock. And once you do that, you're going to put in the quantity and the reason. This would be off laying, easy to explain. As you may see, you put in the notes and the reason. And the next is flock reports. This is where I want you to pay attention because this screen is very important to those managing the farm. So this is like the summary of your flock that you select right here. This is where you see what's going on. So you can see that these were 11,000 to start, and then the mortality is now almost 1,718. Remember, this flock is almost 2 years old, so it's been a long time to accumulate that. There was a sell-off of some of it, and the mortality rate is 15%. The current number in stock is 5,000. Here we see the batch in weeks. This helps because most of the poultry is calculated in weeks, so it's easier to just look here instead of calculating how many weeks every time. This is the months and this is the years. So this is a very important screen to see the flock age, to see what you have, and to see how it's your dashboard to see what's going on with your flock. If I change that to C, you will see that C has 13,000, mortality is almost 1,000 so far. These are younger ones, you know, they're only 137 days old. So you see the point here is you can see every single flock by itself. How about B? Let's check. So B was introduced 11,000 in quantity. As you may see, there is 0 because these were off-laid. If you remember our off-laying module, which was up here, flock sell-off, that's where these were sold off, and this number is now 0. Okay, moving forward, I'll show you under stock control, we have feed stock. Feed stock, when you click here on the feed stock, you will see that we have all our feeds, and this is a very interesting module. So let me end this here and I'll come back to this module by itself. All right.